Hi, I'm Dr. Marguerite Sognier, and I'm a senior research scientist here at NASA Johnson Space Center, and I work in the Space Life Sciences Directorate in the Biomedical Engineering for Exploration Space Technology Lab, otherwise known as the BEST Lab. I grew up in northern Florida during the Apollo era, when man was trying to reach the moon and explore the moon. And I got to see so many of those launches, and this made me so excited. And as my education progressed, I became a scientist. And with time, as I began to research things and began to invent things, my goals aligned with those of NASA. And when the opportunity arose, I came to NASA to use my skills to advance the space program. While I've been here, I've worked on a number of projects, and these are really cool. These include things like, how can you seal a traumatic wound without using sutures or stitches or glue or staples? How can you do that instantly and have it be as strong as the undamaged tissue? Another thing would be, how do you protect people from radiation? Because this is one issue when people go into space, that you're exposed to a lot of radiation you're not exposed to while you're here on Earth. Another project involves developing methods for performing emergency dental treatments while you're in space. This would include no-drill dentistry methods. Other things would include, how can you sterilize and reuse water? So these are the types of things that I've worked on since I've been here. The most exciting thing I do is be in the lab, doing experiments and discovering new knowledge, and using that knowledge to invent new biomedical technology that's going to be used to improve life here on Earth, as well as advance the goals of the space program. You know, every day I'm amazed at the number of things that I learned while I was in school that I use in my job. First would be how to work as a group, how to work as a team. Other things, so I use a lot of science, and particularly biology, understanding about cells. How do cells work? They're the basic building blocks of your body. Understanding that, understanding how the human body works, the anatomy, the physiology, and how does the human body adjust to being in space. Other things would be technology. Use computers, and you need basic computer skills to do things like writing, making presentations, those types of things, as well as spreadsheets. Use a lot of mathematics, things in performing your experiments, analyzing your data, graphing your data, these types of things. In addition, we use some engineering design principles, because you can't invent new technology without using some engineering design. So these and a lot of other skills that I learned while I was in school have helped me to be successful in my everyday job.